You are what you watch. Hello, my name is Harriton Watko and welcome to our program. I know the background's a little different, but that's because we are using one set during this period that we are having the President and Vice Presidential Canvas that's ongoing. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. I did that last Monday, and the issues today is also a current event. In fact, it's plaguing the industry. It's one of the main issues that everyone's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about basically the herbal industry. The food supplements that we all know of. Yung mga lumalabas, nakikita natin, no therapeutical claims. Ito po ang ginawa po ni Secretary Cabral, who was DSWD, who is now, since January, moved to the Department of Health. Well, she's come up with very, how do you say it, very proactive. She's come up with new actions and very strong actions that so much so that the industry fought back, the herbal industry fought back by putting a temporary restraining order against her. Ang ginawa niya po, translate niya yung no therapeutical claims on the herbal and food supplemental products that are out in the industry. Now, a quick backgrounder on this issue. The business of the herbal industry in food supplements have now grown to date as far as 2009 up to 25 billion pesos. The pharmaceutical industry, on the other hand, is up to 100 billion. Now, is the herbal industry, the food supplements, is it eating away in the pharmaceutical? The answer is, well, we'll answer these questions as we go along. And our guest and a resource person in the studio, none other than our friend, well, he's the Vice President for the Chamber of Herbal Food Supplements. We have Albert M.G. Garcia. Hello, Albert. You know, every time I'm with you, I always I go back to the wealth products, of which I'm very, I always endorse it because I take it. I've been taking it for the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, that's good, yeah.
Starting with Cilium, of course, Gargle, the latest being Night E, Cran UTI, and ABW. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll notice, these ads do come out on my show simply because I personally use it and I endorse it. And I do it every day. If you want to know more about it, get these products. If you have questions about it, you can always come and ask me. But let's go to the issues at hand. Truths and facts. Maybe you can relate to us a quick backgrounder lang kung ano mga nangyari.
Okay, Harry. Well, first of all, thank you for
You're very welcome, Albert.
Me. I'm wearing the hat of the Vice President for Food Supplements for the Chamber of Herbal Industries of the Philippines, Inc. We are a registered company or association with SEC, and we are accredited by the Bureau of Food and Drug, which is now the FDA.
The FDA.
Yes. As a matter of fact, until recently, CHIPI, as we are known, had a board seat with...
CHIPI stands for?
The Chamber of Herbal Industries of the Philippines,
okay.
Incorporated.
CPS, correct.
Okay. It's an association composed of 65 companies that operate within the herbal and food supplement industry.
65,
yes.
65.
Around that figure. And all the 65 companies are registered with BFAD, and all our member companies are compliant with the Food and Drug Association regulations, and all the brands and products by our associations members are registered with the Food and Drug. So that's the hat that I'm wearing right now, Harry, and as you rightfully put it, we were issued with an executive order or administrative order,
AO.
Which we find to be quite draconian in its content. We were requested or we were instructed that to change the wording in the present packaging.
Tagalogin.
Right, to translate it into Tagalog. The present term that is used is no approved therapeutic claim.
No approved therapeutical claim. Okay.
The translation that they wanted is ang brand na ito ay hindi gamot.
Brand X
yes.
ay hindi gamot. Pero dinagdagan pa, di ba? Hindi lang yun eh.
Well, yes.
Yan ang masama dyan eh.
It is actually quite a long name because in addition to ang mahalagang paalala.
Ang mahalagang paalaala. So, important notice.
Yes. Ang brand na ito ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot ng anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang haba, no? Pero,
right.
yan ba ang direct translation ng no approved therapeutical claims? Hindi,
Well,
no?
according to
Derogatory.
the Manila Regional Trial Courts, where we took out a TRO against the AO, right? And this TRO was actually granted to us by the courts, meaning therefore
Obviously, they find merit.
we now have an injunction on that AO.
But how did you get an injunction? On what basis? Because of the wording in Tagalog translation?
One of the rulings of the court, and if I may read it, it says, the Manila RTC ruling states that the statement, the new statement that Department of Health Cabral wanted is not a translation, but erroneously expanded and suggested...
That's the actual wording,
yes, and suggested that our products have no value at all.
But it's true. If you tell me, pag sinabi mo sa akin yan, at walang halaga, alam mo, derogatory ang dating na, wag mo bilhin to. Tantamount to sasabihin, wag mo bilhin to.
Exactly. And you hit it right on the button, Harry, because why would we, as marketing people, put a statement on our packaging which is actually telling the consumer not to buy because it's not good for anything?
Oo nga naman. Oo nga naman.
And we will then be supposedly spending money.
What happened to free enterprise?
Exactly. To spend money on a product that we are ourselves saying that it is not good for anything.
Yes, yes.
Na hindi nakakagamot. But we are actually saying, hey, that's not fair. Right? It is not the truth. Why are you imposing this AO on us? Because the other thing that the AO imposes on the industry is that we are being prohibited to promote, advertise, and exhibit our products in health and medical conventions and conferences. That is anti-trade.
We have the power to do that. Actually, hindi.
It's
It's
unconstitutional.
unconstitutional.
We are prevented by the DOH when in fact, for many, many years, we have been invited by the medical and health associations to be part of their conventions, to be part of their exhibitions, to be part of the conferences. Why is the DOH part of a commercial decision?
It is.
It is a commercial decision. It is the decision of the organizers whether they wish to invite us, and if they don't wish to invite us, then we're happy to agree to their decision, right? We cannot impose ourselves.
Is this conflict, this fight, is this between the pharmaceutical industry and the herbal supplement industry, or is it the herbal supplement industry against the Department of Health? And or the third being, is it against Cabral? Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's go back to, we've had Flavier, Galvestan, and after that was Duque, and finally this woman who's been around for 5 months, 7 months max, into the new position from TSWD. Why this action so aggressive towards this industry? Mind you, this is a 25 billion peso industry.
Well, first of all, Harry, the members of CHIPI are not against anyone.
Okay.
We're simply minding our own business within the parameters that have been imposed on us by the Food and Drug Administration. Right.
Okay.
So we are compliant. Right. We have been compliant, and we are recognized. As a matter of fact, the Traditional Medicines Act, or the TAMA law, right, which was authored by then Senator Flavier, encourages the traditional and herbal medicine. In fact, it encourages the farmer groups to plant herbal plants.
For example, ampalaya towards sugar, because there's really no solution naman. I mean,
well, in the case of diabetes,
ampalaya.
You are actually trying to control diabetes. As far as I'm aware, and I could be mistaken, but as far as I'm aware, there is no cure for